Let's bring in David King now. He's chair of the Climate Crisis Advisory Group and the founder and chair of the Centre for Climate Repair at the University of Cambridge. He's also a former special representative on climate change for the UK government. He joins us live from London today on the sidelines of the Credit Suisse Asian Investment Conference. And David, thank you so much for your time. I think when you look at the situation here in the aftermath of Russia's invasion and war in Ukraine, the fact is moving away from fossil fuels has never looked more complicated, and the energy transition was already in trouble coming into this, right? Do you agree?
No, I don't. I don't. Quite the opposite. I do think that this should be the accelerant that was needed to get the transition moving more quickly. If you decide that there is an oil and gas supplier that you no longer want to buy from, and obviously we've put Russia in that position, or at least they've put themselves in that position, then we ought to speed up all of the processes for defossilizing our economy. The wrong way forward is to somehow switch back to fossil fuels at this point in time, try to discover more sources of oil, gas and coal and rely on those. The reason I say that is once this war is over and once the whole situation is cleared up over Russia, who knows how that will happen, we will want to emerge in a better place to deal with climate change rather than a worse place. If we invest in new infrastructure in coal, oil and gas, all we're going to do is make that more difficult. What I am going to say, the climate crisis is with us right now. In Asia, you are experiencing some of the most extreme weather around the world. Now, this is happening throughout the world now, extreme weather events driven largely by what's happening in the Arctic Circle region. You may think that what's happening in the Arctic Circle has nothing to do with the rest of the world, but we know that Greenland is now losing ice irreversibly. That will lead to sea level rises of 7 meters. That will lead to the continuation of the loss of cities such as Jakarta. And we all know that Jakarta, we say, is sinking. Jakarta, with respect to the sea level, is no longer in a safe place. So the capital is moving to higher land. Look at Vietnam.
Right.
We're going to see Vietnam 95% under seawater once a year in just 30 years' time. So what we need is to deal with the long-term crisis and accelerate that in this process. I can give you more detail if you want it.